A few years ago, I reached a point in my life where I genuinely felt lost. Not just confused, properly lost. The kind of lost where you wake up in the morning and wonder why you are even trying. It was winter in London. Grey sky, cold air, and the kind of dumb chill that got into your bones. I had just been let go from my job at a small marketing agency in Shoreditch. They said it was budget cut, but deep down I know my performance had slipped. I was exhausted, anxious, and pretending to be fine when I was not. That evening, I wandered aimlessly through the street near London Bridge. I ended up sitting by the Thames, right opposite Stephen Paul's Cathedral. The river was dark and restless, the light from passing boat reflecting across the water. I could hear laughter from a group of students nearby, and for a moment I envied how carefree they seemed. In my pocket, I had my Oyster card and an old keychain my dad had given me a year ago, a small silver one that said, "Keep moving forward." I remember holding it tightly in my hand, almost like I was asking it for strength. Everything felt heavy. My rent was overdue, my savings were almost gone, and every rejection email hit me like a punch. My parents lived up north and I did not want to worry them, so I kept saying I am doing alright when I clearly was not. That night, I took the bus back to my small room in Amsterdam. It was not much, just a mattress on a floor and flickering lamp and a half-empty cupboard. I made myself a cup of tea, sat by the window and stared out at the rain sliding down the glass. My phone was full of job listings, but I could not bring myself to open them. I felt paralyzed. I remember thinking, is this it? Is this all I ever gonna to be? Then something small but powerful happened. My neighbor Mrs. Khan, an older lady who lived next door, knocked on my door. She brought me a bowl of soup. She smiled and said, "You look tired, son. Eat something warm." That simple act of kindness broke me. I thanked her, shut the door, and cried quietly while eating. That night I made a decision. I could not keep feeling sorry for myself. If I don't know where I am going, at least I could start moving again. The next morning, I set an alarm for 6 a.m. I forced myself to get up. Even though I did not sleep much, I went for a short walk around the block, freezing cold, but it made me feel alive. I started keeping a small notebook, writing 3 things every day. One thing I was grateful for, one thing I did do better tomorrow, and one reason not to give up. Slowly things began to shift. I stopped comparing myself to people online. I cut back on the parties and endless scrolling. I read more, learned new skill, even took a free online course in digital marketing. It was not easy. There were days I want to quit again, but every time I did touch that old keychain in my pocket and remind myself, keep moving forward. Month later, I finally got a new job. Not my dream job, but something stable. On my first day, I stood at the bus stand holding a takeaway coffee. The same city that once made me feel invisible suddenly looked full of possibility again. And as I reached into my jacket, I found that same keychain, scratched, worn, but still there. That's when it hit me. Being unstoppable isn't about never falling. It's about refusing to stay down when you do. I realized I did not become unstoppable overnight. I become unstoppable every time I choose to show up. Even when it did not make sense. Every morning I get out of bed, every rejection I push through, every time I believed, even when nobody else did. So if you are listening to this and you feel lost right now, I get it. Maybe you are still in your room, staring at your phone, wondering when things will finally make sense. Maybe you are pretending you are okay when you are breaking inside. But hear me out, you are not broken. You are just in the middle of becoming who you are meant to be. Keep moving, even if it's one small step at a time. Because one day you will look back at the exact moment, the tear, the fear, the silence, and realize this was the beginning of your unstoppable self. Thank you for watching, guys. Comment and subscribe for more story like this.